Hey everybody, it's me, Jessica Walters, the Health Fitness Program Manager from Miter and McLean, and I'm here today to talk to you about making some modifications to your lunge. So let's get started from a standing position, because normally you would probably start your lunge with your feet together. A typical lunge that you're going to see in a lot of your workouts is the forward lunge. So for the forward lunge, depending on how tight your core is, you might want to keep your hands at your hips to help stabilize your base. You're going to step your right foot forward and bring the weight into your front right heel. You might need to wiggle your back leg back. So as you come down into the lunge, it's really important that you notice that your knee is about in line on top of your heel or the sole of your foot. You want to make sure as you come into your lunge that you're doing your best to keep your shoulders stacked on top of your hips. The weight is in your front heel and your back big toe as you're going down. So as I'm coming down, I'm making sure that my knee is staying right on top of either my heel or the arch of my foot, making sure that as I come into my lunge, I don't bring the weight into my front toe to bring my knee forward. It's really in the front heel, oh my God, my leg is shaking, and my back foot to just bring that back knee down. And maybe this is just something that you're not quite ready for today. So the first modification is just to go for a little bit of a quarter lunge, just not going quite as deep. Another thing that makes the lunge really challenging is stepping out into the lunge, finding that correct placement of your foot, then coming down. And in a lot of workouts, you might be alternating the feet that you're using your lunges with. If you're new to the lunge and you find that stepping out makes you bring the weight into your toe, just hang out in a static lunge. Do half of whatever the workout would be in your static lunge right here, even if you're just going for that quarter lunge, as opposed to stepping out, bringing the weight into your toe, no, and bringing that knee forward. So that's one great option, is just to make it a little bit smaller of a lunge. Surprisingly, it's actually a lot easier for most people to step correctly into a back lunge than it is for a forward lunge. Because when you do that back lunge, it's easier to keep the weight in your front leg and bring the opposite weight into the ball of the foot that's stepping down, which is exactly what we wanted for the forward lunge. So even for the back lunge, you could think about keeping your shoulders on top of your hips, getting that back knee down towards the floor, or even coming into just that quarter lunge where you're just taking a slight little bend of the knee. Mostly focus on your back knee coming down as opposed to bending your front leg. Here's another option, just in case that still doesn't work for you. It's called a VMO. So finding some stairs, again, keep your hands at your hips, really work to open your chest. Create as long of a stacked line as you can from your ears through your hips. You're gonna place one foot forward, make sure you keep the weight in the heel of your standing leg, and then just bend that knee. So again, as I'm coming into my lunge, the correct form for any lunge is that your knee is going in the direction of your big and second toe. But again, you don't want that knee to go past the toe. And if you do something on one leg, make sure that you do it on the other as well, just to be even Stevens. Now you can even do this VMO from the, ooh, careful stair, from the side. Just make sure again that you keep the weight in your heel, and maybe you can even tap all the way down as you start to build that strength in your leg. So making sure the weight is in your heel, so your glutes slightly send behind you, as opposed to bringing the weight into your toe, ooh, so that your knee comes past your toe. That can be really uncomfortable as well. Awesome, you guys. So there's just a couple modifications you can do if you find that there are lunges coming up in class. I've got one more for you. Let's say neither of those felt very good. You can always create some space in your room and just work to really bring that leg up. Doing as big of a knee drive as you can is very similar to the motion that you would be creating if you were actually doing a lunge. Think about using your exhale to help you get that knee up towards your chest, and just going for walking across some space can help you prepare for those future lunges that you need to do. Great. Next week, we're gonna talk about using gliders and how gliders can make your lunges and also some of your upper body work a little bit harder. If you guys have any modifications that you need, please let me know. Happy to cater to you. Can't wait to see you guys all again soon. Thank you so much for checking out today's CFW signature mini session on lunge modifications, and I will check you later. Bye.